Hi, welcome to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. In this video, we're going to learn the 3 to 5 player game 12 Days, designed by James Ernest and Mike Selinker and published by Calliope Games. The classic 12 Days of Christmas song sets the stage for crafty gift giving as players work to win the days of Christmas and have enough gifts left over to score the best celebration. So join me at the table and let's learn how to play. To set up, divide the cards into 2 decks based on their backs. This is the holiday deck, and if you look in the top right-hand corner of each, you'll find numbers that range from 1 to 12. Place them in this order, face up in the center of the table. This gift deck should be shuffled and 12 cards dealt to each player. As you can see, I'm setting up a 3-player game in this video. The remaining cards are then placed in a face-down deck in the center of the playing area. And that's the setup. 12 Days is played over 12 rounds, during which players will use the gifts in their hands to try to acquire the days in the holiday deck, which are each worth the number of points printed in the corner. However, you'll also score points for the gifts you have remaining in your hand at the end of the game, so you'll have to decide what to use and what to hang on to. Each round is broken into 3 steps. First, each player simultaneously chooses 1 card from their hand to pass face down to the player on their left. Players will then take these passed gifts into their hands. Now simultaneously, they each choose 1 gift from their new hand of 12 to put face down in front of themselves. Once everyone is ready, these played gifts are then flipped over, and you'll notice each gift in the upper left-hand corner has a value. A 3, a 6, and a 4 has been played in this example. The lowest valued gift revealed is the best one. So that player, the one who played a 3 in this case, has been the most generous, and they gain the top card of the holiday deck, placing it in their personal score pile. However, if there had been a tie for the lowest value revealed, then those gifts are ignored and the next lowest card would win. In a game with more players, if there was another tie, then the next lowest value would win. If all of the gifts played had been ties, then no one wins the day, and you can set the day card next to the pile to be given to the winner of the next round. If you're curious about the distribution of the cards, it's easy to remember because there's as many copies of each gift as the value of it. So for example, there's 1 1, 3 3s, 6 6s, 4 4s, and all the way up to 12 12s. There are 2 other cards in the deck that are special. This is Santa and Mrs. Claus. They're both valued at 0, as you can see, and so they will always be the best gifts when played. Unless they're both played at the same time, in which case, like the other cards, they cancel each other out. However, if you win the day with one of these cards, then you do what the Clauses would do and immediately give the day card you would have won to another player of your choice. The final step of the round is to place all played gifts into a discard pile and have each player draw a new card from the deck, bringing their hand back up to 12. If the gift deck would ever run out, then reshuffle the discard pile into a new one. Now repeat those steps for the remaining days of the holiday deck, and then the game ends. If nobody wins on the 12th day because of ties, then any days still remaining there will simply not be collected. Now it's time to score. First, each player gains a number of points equal to the number found on each day card that they won during the game. Then, call out one at a time each of the different gift values from 1 to 12. Players will then compare the number of those cards they have remaining in their hands. Whoever has the most of a specific gift in their hand takes 1 copy of that gift and places it into their score pile, adding it to their total. So for example, when we get to the number 5, remember, there's only 5 copies of 5 in the game, and so this player, holding 3, certainly has the majority. They'll take 1 copy and place it in their score pile, adding an additional 5 points. If there are players tied for the most numbers in a single gift, they both score the victory points for it. In this case, our player has 4 8s. If another player did as well, they would both get 8 points. So during the rounds of the game, when you're passing gifts to your left and then playing gifts to try to win the day cards, you're going to want to be thinking about what sets you can reasonably collect before the end of the game to give you a chance at these extra points. Remembering the distribution. There's 11 cards in the game, so having 2 is going to make it pretty challenging to win that particular set. But if you can win it, it's worth a lot of points. The player with the most points wins. And there's no tie-breaking rules, so I suppose in the spirit of Christmas, players share the victory. And that's how you play 12 Days. There are additional included variant rules for shorter games, as well as for more players if you want to combine 2 sets of the game. I'll actually put the full rules for those in the description of this video because they have been updated since the printing of the rulebook, if you're curious about them. If you have any questions at all, though, about anything you saw here, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below and I'll gladly answer them as soon as I get a chance. But until the next episode, thanks for watching.